Growing up, Parker Schnabel always looked to his grandfather for advice.
Just keep working towards the better ground, and eventually you'll hit it.
And this season, despite mining hundreds of miles north, Grandpa John remained a big influence.
I think you should learn enough to buy your own claim. I would get out from under Tony.
But long before he was a big, bad mine boss, Parker was just a kid trying to follow in his grandpa's footsteps.
I realized how connected they were. You know, they're alike in a lot of ways.
I was a workaholic. My son became a workaholic, and Parker is a workaholic.
Throughout his life, Grandpa John applied his work ethic to more than just mining.
I was raised in a rather poverty-stricken atmosphere. Our biggest challenge was to make enough money to buy a loaf of bread.
John's dad came to Haynes and they started a portable sawmill in the woods. And that's how John got to Haynes. He went to college for a couple of years at Gonzaga. He was an excellent violinist by all reports. Singing, writing songs, singing songs, that was always a big hobby of his. John also was in the Navy.
After I got back from the service, I bought a piece of land up here and I built a hardware store. And I had a building supply business in it, and the back lot was a big lumber yard.
In Haynes, he built roads and bridges and was the mayor, just, one of the founding fathers of Haynes.
I came out here in 1966 and built this mill. I opened it up in 1967. We brought in ships from all over the Asiatic Pacific Rim, where we sold all our products to.
Haynes has a lot to thank him for. John's influence on Parker, I see it in the having goals, that always looking at the next thing.
God, your operation here is just unbelievable.
Where I am now, I owe 100% of it to my grandpa. I always wanted to follow in his footsteps. And I can only hope that someday I can be half the man he is.
Parker! The greatest thing that I've done is instill in my grandson, you gotta try. Don't ever give up. So, give me...